Hello, hello. What's crack-a-lacking out there, traders? It's your boy, Z-Rex, and no noise, and we are live today. This beautiful Friday, 3/5/21. Plenty to talk about yet again. Markets have been pretty wild this week, so definitely not a lack of anything to talk about. Some good moves and rebounding on ES, Nasdaq. Russell regaining that 2160 area, so that's nice to see. ES coming up over the. What's up, Mr. Scott? How you doing? ES coming back over the threshold. We'll get into all that after we run through the crypto pairs here, our kind of traditional list. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm just going to skip the total market caps. They're just range bound, obvious. Let's just go to Mama Bear since it pretty much shares the exact same chart anyway. So, got a little bit of a threat yesterday coming below the 3 hour, but ultimately kind of getting caught right at the top or the bottom of the Mama here. So, you will see that a lot on the Mama average, wherever it kind of like curves out like this, or like over here, it'll be resistance and support a bunch of times. Let's see. Well, not necessarily a bunch of times, but it does work out to be that way. But yeah, so this is a pretty decent reaction. Don't really like the lower low here on this structure. That's not my favorite setup, but over here, RSI gaining the exponentials again. DMI still got some work to do. But hey, we're back over 48,000, so that's nice. We really need to stay above that. And like we've been talking about, getting closures back above a daily really needs to close above that 51.5 area for this to get really going again. You can see a couple of days ago, we almost had it, and then it sold off a pretty good chunk in the latter part of the day, so that kind of sucked. But here we are again, just kind of right back underneath it, just doing this little mini tight range. Kind of some kind of complex inverted head and shoulders sort of here. It's pretty sloppy. I'd really just be watching this range and really that 47, 48,000-ish area. As long as we stay above that, I'm not too concerned about downside risk. We give it again, same as yesterday. If anything got back below like 45,000, I do think this would probably break out of this range to the downside. And if this was some type of weird inverted complex head and shoulders, what would be a measured move on this? It would actually be new highs, right? Just barely though, just right under 60K. So pretty sloppy. Don't like the lower low here. But hey, if we get a lower high, then it'll be negated and be all good. Party is on. But kind of just drifting here on the daily, very neutral on the daily. Doing well. Good to hear, man. Good to hear over there in the West Coast, far West Coast. So looks like futures are agreeing with spot, so that's nice. Getting back over the 48-ish thousand. It's a little bit higher on futures, which usually there is premium on here, and around these prices it's usually around like $500 or so. Like 200 to 600 is where I see it float a lot. But anyway, not too shabby. Did make the lower low, got bid up right on the 200. Let's see the daily. Yeah, daily is just neutral sideways here. Nothing really new on this structure from the last few days, just kind of ping-ponging in it. You can see we've almost kind of made like a new range, not a new range, but a more defined range of kind of like this box area right here. So maybe even bump it up like we were talking about, like 45. Anything back below 45 probably gets pretty ugly. But then we really got to get over these recent local highs. And again, they'll be a little bit higher, 52, 52.5 on futures. And then about 51.5, 52 flat on spot price. So just still more neutral. Let's get this out of here, keep it cleaner. Yeah, very neutral on DMI too. Really like to see the DMI bulls get into the power zone above 26 on the 3 hour. So it's not out of the woods yet, that's for sure, but it's just still stuck in the damn woods. How about that? Oh, Ethereum, almost exact same structure. A little bit below the averages though, versus Bitcoin. You can see is kind of on the upper end of the long term, which is the red dotted and the gray dotted. So a little bit weaker, but nothing too crazy on this either. I guess talking about head and shoulders, there is kind of like a regular head and shoulders right here on this intermediate time frame. I just saw it on Ethereum. So it's weird. You got kind of an inverted one, and you've got like a regular one. Very confusing. Market's confused as hell with the prices, is what it looks like here. But hey, again, getting bid up the mama here, so this is nice. If we kind of just keep drifting up this thing and clear, what is it, about 17 hundo, probably gets us to new highs. But Bull's got a lot of work still for that. Let's go to Litecoin, same damn chart, almost exactly range bound. I mean, you can pull up pretty much any of these on medium time frames, and they're going to show the same damn thing. Yep, even on the dailies, exact same crap. So nothing's really changed. Weeklies still are bullish as hell. But yeah, anything back below like 165-ish probably gets pretty ugly on Litecoin, and anything back above this top end of the range around 195, 200 probably gets us a retest of the this local high at about 240. So again, just not much difference from the last few charts, or a few days of charts. Let's see. XRP still just barely keeping the slope. I mean, they've kind of flattened out over today, but they're still in chronological order on the short-term moving averages, but nothing else is supporting it, though. So you don't have anything above on the DMI or on the RSI, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, which usually happens a lot of times when you consolidate like this. The oscillators kind of blow, and you just got to really just look at price action, and horizontals work probably the best when you're ranging. Yeah, I mean, nothing really great about this. Back above 50 cent, 48, 50 cents. Probably get a little bit excited, but hey, it's been the same damn story for the last week. 42, 48-ish till we get out of that range. There ain't shit to do. DOT kind of riding up that underbelly of that trend line. We're going to delete this because it's pretty much doesn't matter anymore. What is this little gray dot hiding right here? What is that? Oh, is it about to plot the, yes it is. That's the 200 daily. Just finally getting a plot. We finally got 200 candles to put the first little baby dot for the moving average. So that's interesting. That's all the way down at $10. Holy moly. Riding up off the 200 pretty well, though. So that's kind of nice. Higher highs right here and here. Higher lows kind of in the process. Yeah, another higher high on this probably gets us to a new all-time high, which is around $38 if we can get over that. And conversely to the downside, anything back below like $30, I'd be pretty concerned about this guy. But looks okay so far. Looked really good a couple of days ago coming out of this base, but you can see it just immediately just started rolling over after a day or so and just got back right in its range. Says you be a good little boy and you go to your range. Go to range timeout. Link, same crap, different day. Nothing, I mean, what are you going to do with this garbage? A lot of resistance around $30. We get back over 30, probably gets us to new highs. But, I mean, these are just really sloppy patterns. So, until they get out of these range almost on every single damn token, you can't really do anything here. ADA bumping right up against the bottom side of its former support level. Pretty critical area right here. See what it does. If we can get back up into this 117, 137-ish range, then that would be pretty nice. But there is a lot of resistance, though, built up around 125, though. Daily still looks okay. And weekly, well, not really that much history on it. Also freshly getting the 200 plotting down here in the mid 20-cent range. But really, I mean, this doesn't look super terrible until it breaks this trend line. Another close back below $1.03-ish probably gets us to the trend line. And hey, you know, every day that goes by, this thing is just riding on up. Here in like one more week, even if it just goes sideways, it'll have to decide something. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Bouncing off the 21. That 125 area, getting back above 125 would look pretty good for ADA. Until then, I would not do anything with it. Ew, this this doesn't look great. If you flip it and kind of see what I'm saying, maybe it's easier to see. You'd be like, oh, this looks good for an upside move right here. Look at this. Opening up EMAs, coming back to test them. Looks really nice and sexy. Got a nice base for the mama. I was like, oh, this looks like it wants to launch. But this is inverted. So it actually looks like more downside pressure is likely on Bitcoin Cash, which is interesting. Again, everything kind of defaults off of Mama Bear, off of Bitcoin. But this doesn't look good. I don't like this chart at all. Roger Ver, not so sexy here. It's at the last critical limit here for the mama. Gets below this just a couple of days sideways, then this will flip as major resistance at around $600. So medium time frames about 520, 530. Anything below that, not very sexy. BSV, same crap, different day too. Just riding this damn trend line. And it's super mega range right here. Just boring as hell. What a boring ass chart. Usually, man, I guess maybe when stuff is super boring like that, everybody gets disinterested, and then like right after that, it gets murder fest, and you'll see some big ass girthy candle that just goes through all these MAs and like 1 3-hour candle, and you'll be like, what the shit just happened? Yeah, not the same shit, different day on this. Just riding the trend line. Looks okay, I guess. Really want to see it get back above like 195 though, to get a little bit exciting. Anything back below that, I mean, we're just in this super long range like we talked about yesterday, between like 150 and like 175-ish. EOS, the Larimers, the same weird maybe basing pattern kind of thing. It's real sloppy. Oh, it is cutting through the mama on the daily. Not great, but it is just the first candle, or actually technically it's the second candle that will be below it. But yeah, I mean, all these charts just look the same. So until we get out of these ranges, there's just not really much to do on like anything. Monero was looking really awesome, especially back over here. Get the opening EMAs. Sideways, nothing, gave it all up. So now it's starting to look kind of shitty, to be fair. You're very neutral on the oscillators though, extremely neutral on them. So yeah, there's just not much edge right now on charts. You almost really have to force stuff. And especially in the crypto markets, so it kind of sucks. Still the same crap, ranging between the 200 and the 377. There's nothing to do there. I mean, literally, these are like carbon copies of each other. Just got to get out of these ranges. Dash, same thing. They are starting to open back to the downside, though, the EMAs, so that's not very good. Dogecoin bouncing right off the hundo level. 377 coming up with major support, but at the same time, the 200's coming down, applying pressure. And we are getting a little read here for zero volatility. We got one back here that didn't really do much. Yeah, I mean, it went down like 5-6 points, but whatever. That's nothing for Doge. Yeah, just wow. Just squeezing. This is making this really frustrating for everybody involved in this market. But yeah, man, if we just get sideways from here, these EMAs are going to squeeze together probably by Monday-ish, Monday, Tuesday, maybe even probably before, probably by the end of the weekend. So that'll be interesting. Maybe there's a big move coming here on the horizon. Same with dollar pairing, showing the same deal. This one has a little bit more time though, probably maybe into the middle of next week. If we just go sideways, but man, just how often does Doge do this, right? Up at highs. I mean, we've seen it do that a lot down on these lows here in the micro pennies, but I mean, this thing is just super flat. Jesus Christ. How many days has this been? 17 days of pretty much absolute flatness. So, got to get out of the range. More range-bound shit. So, can't really do anything with that. Alrighty. Oh, look at ES. ES did exactly what the bulls needed it to do. Closed yesterday's candle right above this horizontal at 37.60. What's the VPVR on Doge? We can go look at it here in a second. Yeah, this is exactly what bulls wanted to see, close above the horizontal and also this long-term trend line and have follow through the next day. I mean, this is real good textbook action. So as long as we kind of stay back above this 37.60 area, I mean, that could have just been the sell-off. You do got to watch some of these highs, though. The structure, you are getting big sell-offs, bid right back up. Kind of, I mean, y'all can see it here with the candles just zigzagging. So major resistance around 38.60-ish, 38.50 to be fair. So, and Mama's supporting that, and so is all of this business back here, and also the 21 daily and 10 simple all stacked right there. So 38.50, 38.60, lots of supply over there. We get back above that. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't get to the 4,000, 4,200 target. We go back below this, though, after working some, let's see, we'll go ahead and pull up that volume thing, VPVR. The volume profile. Yeah, we get back below this again and test it again on these markets. It's going to probably be pretty shitty. And look, it's kind of like the cryptos. We're right back in between the long-term moving averages on medium time frames. Exciting, isn't it? Yes. All right, let's go to Doge real quick and look at that. VPVR on Doge. This is what it looks like. See, only the support is all the way down here at 0.3 cents. No, which is kind of crazy. But let's zoom in a little bit because that's not very helpful. We'll look at it since the pump happened. So kind of showing the same thing around 1 penny, major support zones around the penny area. And look at this, the next biggest node is like exactly where we're at, about 5 cents. So, and as we've been looking forward to, breaking like 4.2, 4 cent range probably will get us into the low threes. That's the next node. That's pretty much probably the last line of defense for Doge. If we broke like 3 cents, I think it'd be pretty ugly. But yeah, we're just so tight. Look at this too. Up here, HVP has had 0 reads almost for 3 days in a row on the 3 hour. That's pretty crazy. You don't see that often. Let's see the last time we even saw that on Doge. I don't even know if I've seen it that much. A little bit here probably, and it just drifted sideways some more before launching. Again, HVP doesn't imply direction at all. It's just saying that there's likely a big move coming up. So yeah, so man, if Bitcoin wants to start taking off, if Mama Bear says, hey, that was just a little pullback, a little liquidation break, reset the oscillators for more upside, then wouldn't see why Doge wouldn't continue its run. But again, just squeezed up here, just like a lot of stuff. All right, Nasdaqians. Nasdaq's still pretty damn bearish. Yeah, I mean, we're way far away from this original support line at 13.3. We almost went all the way down to, oh my gosh, today went down to 12.2. Jeebus Christ. Yeah, which, you know, that's when you start getting the momentum like this, it looks so bearish, and you get this candle back over here on the 3rd, just taking out all these days. I mean, it went flat on the year on that candle. I mean, that's not sexy price action by any means. Looks like it's finding some support on top of this W pattern, which we were watching for. Be a likely place for it to come down to. We're there now. We bounced off of it. Will we get continuation? I don't know. We only got 9 minutes left in the market day. Holy crap. It's already almost 3 o'clock. Jeebus Christ. Well, on that note, I got to check something real quick. Because do I need to do some? Management. The management. Let's see. But yeah, this looks pretty good though. This candle right here, big, girthy, green dilly slicing through all of them above the 21 too. So this is kind of the start of possibly maybe a run. ES is just ripping face off and is in a way better position structurally. But let's go to Nasdaq Weekly. Oh, look at that. This is what we were watching yesterday. We didn't want the weekly to close below the 12.5, 12.6-ish area. It doesn't look like it's going to unless we have a massive dump in the next 8 minutes or so, which is very unlikely. So that's actually pretty good. Nice job, Nasdaq bulls, because otherwise that would be the first time closing below it since the Corona crash. So did wicket pretty good though. Still bearish on the daily. Really got to get back above 13.1, 13.3-ish on that. Let's go to YM. The Dow. Oh, man. Look at the Dow coming down. And then coming back up. Jeez. Right back into its freaking range. I mean, holy moly. Now that we're back in this range here, it's just we're range bound again. It's like, oh, great. More freaking ranging. It's like, this is lovely. That's what we want to see, right? So, yeah, we can't really do crap with this till it breaks out of the range again. We thought we did, but nope, just kidding. Psych. Same here, went right to about the bottom of the range, about 20 points off. Came right back up, got bid up. I mean, rallying, ripping everybody's face off today. Just zoom in a little bit just on the intraday charts. Look at this at about 10:30. And then it was like, no. We're going all the way to the moon. Which, let's go to daily real quick. Daily, yeah, kind of same as ES. Comes back up above a really good support level, just like ES, but also kind of stalling out at the supply area at around 22, 22.20. So, decent bounce, but I would not say that it has repaired the damage done to the downside. Not quite yet. See what happens. Wow, VIX getting monkey hammered today. Not a surprise. That happens a lot on the VIX. It is stalling right where all the EMAs are crossing, though. So, hey. This is just a hard market to read right now. I mean, with the bonds acting crazy and us range bounding all over the freaking place, the only thing that's just trending up and this chart is just being super respected is oil. I mean, we're almost at that 70 area that we've been targeting for the last few weeks, and like, holy moly, like just beast mode on oil. There's just no other way to say it. Oil's getting it in. Although we do have one setup right here that I don't like. When you break momentum and you come right back up to the bottom of the EMAs, and this is a daily, so this is a significant time frame, and we are making lower highs. So it's a little bit type of bearish divergence. Let's go zoom in a tad. Yeah, I mean, we are pretty bullish on all the oscillators, though, to be fair. Yeah, like literally on all of them, every time frame. So, probably doesn't have too much weight, but it is noteworthy that that's happening. Anything back below 63, 64 probably gets us to the trend line, but we're just so damn close to it now and just squeezing up into this apex. Maybe the upside's getting a little bit limited here on Earl. Bonds, are they finally trying to base here? I don't know. I thought that they were before, and I was very dead-ass wrong. But we're way deeper now into this. All the way almost down to this super long trend line that you got to kind of do a weekly. Wait, or is it a monthly? I can't remember how I've drawn. Yeah, it's mostly a monthly going all the way back to 99. So, only with one little brief fake-out breakdown. So, I don't know. Do we get one of those here? Possibly. Let's look at TLT. Yeah, kind of same thing. Major support here at about 140-ish with the 55. Is this a pivot area? Man, I don't know. Hard to say because this bond chart is fugly. Let's see. Yeah, Tough read. Tough read. Need a little bit more data on this guy. Really like to see the bears get back in the neutral zone on DMI, at least on a 3 hour. So I'll just wait a little bit more on that. ZN, same chart, just into the abyss. Bears still pretty dominant. Shanghai breaking down a little bit here. Opening, closing, its first candle below the trend line and below the 55. So that's a little bit bearish. You do have major support right underneath it, though, at 34.50. Back below 34.50 probably gets us to this trend line, and we'll have to reassess. And then conversely, back above 35.50, yeah, maybe this starts getting some momentum back to the upside. But definitely some damage done. It looked like a nice entry around here, but it's immediately been rejected. So no more for me on that one. Dara, whoa, dang, look at this, 92 almost. Actually, it hit 92 and change today. That's a big one. That's very, very big deal there. TNX probably is rallying up too. Yep, at not all-time highs, but very, very recent highs, probably for the last year or so. Yeah, wow, Dixie just looks really good. Above 91.5, 91 bucks. Major resistance coming up at about $93. But, I mean, this chart looks really good. This was like breakout of the range, retest it twice, actually, the trend line, and then now is rallying. So this is pretty strong. Dollar looks pretty damn strong. Euro probably looks like booty. Yeah, breaking down. Yeah, so dollar strong. Oil strong. It's pretty much the only thing that was didn't get murdered this week. Let's see here. Gold, because gold did. Been bearish as hell since back over here on the daily. Just not good. Bears maybe might lose momentum. It's not going to happen today, but they might early in the week, next week. But still just bad chart. Silver getting mollywopped, losing its trend line. One attempt to get back over it. Did it once, tried it twice, rejected. And silver is kind of looking a little shitty now. Let's go to monthly. Yeah, I mean, it's right on the cusp of really breaking down at that 24.50 level. But yeah, this is pretty bad. That's probably something I need to maybe go look at real quick. Is my silver position. Might need to take some of that off. Maybe if the damn platform will load. Oh my gosh, and I actually only have like 1 minute left, so I probably won't even get enough time to do it. Even if I do need to do something. I didn't realize it was already so damn late. Platinum hanging out right on these lows. I do think that this might be a good re-entry on the platinum. Let's see. And I'm going to miss my entry today. Unless I trade some options. Let's see. Let's go to platinum players real quick. Them platinum players. Oh, some of them already bounced. Oh, that one's really thin, though. That one never even went down. We were looking at that yesterday. I just made this real fast, too. I don't know which one's like the best out of these to play. Average volume, 210. This doesn't even... 700. Yeah, no one trades this shit. Let's see, there's got to be a different one. 127K? Damn. This is like, I guess platinum is just not very traded. Oh, here's a big one. Yeah, it's already up though. It didn't even really get hurt by any of these moves. PGM, geez, nothing's traded in that. PPLT looks a lot better, relatively speaking. Palladium 1 bouncing off good. All right, so this is good for a possible move off these lows from platinum. So I do like that. Let's see here. I think you can still do PPLT. Oops. PPLT. No options on PPLT. How about PGM? No options on that either. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to buy none of these right now. Man, dump it off of that. Yeah, I'll definitely be looking at platinum plays for early next week off of this area where price is at. And we're getting a decent reversal type hammer on the daily too. That's just about to print here. I know it says 58 minutes, but most of all the trading is going to be done. Actually, is already done. 3 p.m. for the cutoff there. Yeah, gold though, just bleh, bleh. Palladium just doing absolutely nothing, just sideways. Let's go back to Mama Bear, see what she's doing. Yeah, getting a little bit more follow through. Look at that. Oh, rallying, putting up a little type of flag up here. Yeah, shit. This might be trying to test back up in that low 50,000 range, which would be nice. Let's see if DMI I'd really like to see get in the power zone though. Otherwise, we're just really technically we're still just ranging. Wee, so fun, ranging everywhere. It's range party, not rage party. That's a different kind of party, I think. All right, I think that's about it for that. I think that's as alles. Can't do anything with that. CGC, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close that broker because it's done for the weekend. See if any weed stocks bounced from yesterday. Oh yeah, EDXC, the Green Organic Dutchman, yeah, nice. TRTC. Yeah, I do think if the market can hold up here, I do think weed stocks are definitely decent buys. I nibbled a little bit yesterday on some, because if we don't fall out of the bed in the markets, you know, there's that news is coming up here in the next 30, 40 days probably about Mexico. That might give a little jolt. And a lot of the stocks have come down to retest some interesting areas. Like TRTC is a really good one. A lot of them have like got overhyped and then are coming back to retest their previous local highs. So I do like that. Look at Zine going, filling that gap and then closing all the way up on the gap. This is actually a pretty bullish setup right here. Oh man, I wish I would have loaded that chart up earlier. Was this all in the morning? Yeah, early in the morning. Yeah, dipped right to it. This is actually pretty damn bullish as long as it holds above 380-ish. I would look for some continuation on this guy. Very nice. Oh, is MO about to break out of this? It's only tried 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, 5 times the charm, right? Breaks out of this. I don't see anything stopping it from getting up to the low 50s. Pretty decent looking chart. But yeah, I think weed stocks might be a good plays as long as the market doesn't fall out. Just kind of like Mama Bear related to altcoins. Blackberry getting smacked all the way. Damn, it hit 888 today. Interesting. It did come back to the area where I sold all of my trade from back here when I had it. A lot of times, too, whatever you enter your trade is, I don't know, I've just kind of noticed this randomly. A lot of times, the price will come back to test there at some point. And I don't know, maybe I'm just tripping and that's just crazy. But I've definitely seen it a lot of times. And so this looks actually pretty good. As long as we hold this base right here about where the wick went, about, what is that, 880? Yeah, 882. So as long as we hold 850, 880 area, this looks okay. Really, it just depends on what Mama Market's going to do. Block churn, this is one thing that I didn't like. I do not want to see MicroStrategy breakdown right here. I think that would be very bad. I think that would be a very bad sign for the markets. I mean, even look at this, y'all. This is down a lot. This is down like 50-something% from the highs in like not even a month. I guess about a month. Is it? Nope. 26 days, so almost a month. If we lost this trend line and start closing below like 540, I'd start to be concerned about not just Bitcoin, but kind of the overall market. I feel like the hype is just kind of wearing off. The froth is wearing off. We'll have to see what happens next week. This week was mostly just sideways, up two, down two, up two, down two. Hard trading for sure, unless you're really nimble and scalping. Riot kind of coming to some basing areas. Not Marathon, though. Marathon has kind of a descending triangle pattern on there, so that's kind of ugly. Most of the one I'm really watching, though, is MicroStrategy for that. I do not want to see this breakdown. And I'm actually going to make an alert on here in case I forget, because it's easy to forget that if it does break down. All right, let's see. Caesar still going up. Oh, it was. They got kind of hit today. Energy obviously is going to be rallying hard. I mean, look at this, just green everywhere in energy. That was one of the best places to be during this sell-off, which is funny because usually that doesn't happen. All right, I think that's probably it. There's other stuff to do, but not really, I guess. Mostly just sideways. We just need a little bit more time in the markets to get some better edges, or to get some edges. We just don't have that much any edge across the board right now. I mean, it's like one of the best things probably is just how the ES bounced and closed up here. But then look where it went and got rejected literally right at the end of the day. Right at the 10 simple. So yeah, we just need more time to get out of these stupid ranges that we've been in. Bleh. Come on. Let's do it. Let's get out of some ranges. VVIX murdered as well. So, all right, sweet. Let's see what moved today in here, and then we'll wrap it up. Whitecoin continuing. Whitecoin's going to be the new Bitcoin, if you didn't know. That's way back in the day, in the 2014 pump. There was just colored coin, everything. White, black, red, yellow. I mean, it was pretty silly. Qtum, Luna, Matic, Waves, huh? I guess we can go look at a couple of those. Let's see. Qtum, looking so cute. Yeah, I actually had a nice setup yesterday, rallying up, kind of retesting the Mama and the EMAs. A little reaction, and got follow through. Yeah, Qtum actually looks pretty good above 580. Not too bad. Not too shabby, Qtum. Well, Luna. Damn, Luna looks good. Oh, wow. Yeah, Luna looks real good. Just flagged out, based at the top of the range. Now market saying, hey, we're good to go. Took out all the sellers, exhausted them, and it's pump time. It does really need to get over $8.90 though, probably about $9, and then this thing is going to be back in blue sky breakout mode. So, wow. Yeah, there you go, Luna. How about IOTA? IOTA. Ooh, IOTA looks pretty nice here. I really like that chart. Creeping on up. Beautiful, kind of rounding out here just a tad. Kind of gave up a big chunk of the gains there. Rounding out, though, maybe gives you one more time to do scoopy before launchy. Really got to get back above 163-ish for some party action. But, yeah, IOTA actually looks pretty good. How about, let's just pick a random one on this page. How about what pops out to me? I'm just scrolling. XLM. We actually haven't looked at XLM in a while. Let's go look at it. Oh, crap. It's range bound like all these other damn coins. So, obviously nothing to do here until it gets out of this range of 37 to 43 or so. Blah. KSM. Let's look at that because it's something we don't usually look at. Oh, okay. Let's zoom out. Daily looks like it's... All right, that's not too bad. It's not too shabby. Kind of like how Qtum was looking. Or was it not Qtum? Was it Luna? Oh, it was Luna. Just basing out at the top of the range here. Really holding that 210, 200 level. Looks pretty damn good. Doge T and BAT. Yeah, we can go look at those. Yeah, anything back above 250, this thing is probably going to run. Is Doge T on here? What is Doge T? I'm not sure I'm going to be able to look at that one. Doge T. No, I'm sure you don't want to look at the Turkish lira. Doge. Yeah, probably can't find it. Yeah, I don't know anything about that one. It's like some Doge pretend token. It's Doge Tether. Oh, it's literally called Doge token. Not trading. Well, that sucks. Can't look at that one. Yeah, it's not trading, dude. It's not even on there. Doesn't exist. BAT token. I guess we can look at it on Qcoin. There's like no data. How about over here? There we go. Yeah, damn, BAT looks nice. It had these rising higher lows, higher highs over here like a couple weeks ago, kind of based off of that. Got the EMAs reset. Rallied off of it. I mean, yeah, this is actually a really good chart. There's like Monero and a couple other ones that were similar to this. H-bar was like this too, and that one played out. And so nice follow through with BAT. It's actually coming back down too in the last couple of days to retest these highs. So BAT actually looks pretty good right here. What do we got over here? 50 Cent. Best rapper alive. Yeah, it looks pretty damn good, actually. Breaking back below 60 cents. Probably be a little bit concerning, but let's see. Let me get some horizontal action here. Yeah, actually, I like BAT's probably one of the better looking charts right now. Who would have thunk it? Stellar Port. Oh, that's where it's on. Turkey has runaway inflation. They're using stable coins and low price, somewhat stable coins for commerce these days. Oh, really? That's wild. I didn't know Turkey had such crazy inflation problems. Turkey inflation. Yeah, hell, ours probably isn't that much farther away from that, even though they say it's 1% or whatever BS they make up and change the damn way they calculate it every 3 years or some shit. Yeah, like what is it if you go to Shadow Stats, I think is the website, that it just uses the old like 1980s way to do the calculation for inflation. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. Yeah, so, yeah, it's literally just the old formula that they used to use, the government, which is pretty funny. Yeah, you can see it runs way more higher than they say. That's for sure. I mean, look at this down here. How much different that is. Oh, let's change the formula. Oh, let's take out gas. Oh, let's take out food and stuff. Things, that doesn't matter. But yeah, you can see we run closer to 10%, which seems about right. I mean, just buying things, if you're 28 and up or something, pretty much like every year you buy stuff, it's like cheaper. Hell, I'm in my mid 30s. I remember when, you could go to a fast food place and get out of there for like less than $5. And now my buddy texted me, he took his 2 kids to Taco Bell, and he goes, dude, I didn't buy anything. I just got food for my 2 12-year-olds, and I spent $23 at Taco Bell. I was like, what the I was like, how does that happen, man? ADA and BAT, it's directly from Turkey, huh? Interesting. We're going to have like a Cyprus kind of thing going on again this round. I could see that happening, like the 2014 deal for Cyprus action. But yeah, 10%, y'all. Really, I mean, you got to get 10% on your money on cash per year, or you're losing to inflation. Oh, but my banker said I could get 4 to 6% really safely. Well, yeah, okay. Good luck with that. Then after he takes his fee out and all that BS, it's like you'll lose like 40% of the gains over like an average retirement account. It's like, it's pretty mind-boggling, the math in that and how it compounds and F's you in the A. Let's see. That's pretty crazy. Oh, XEM is that actually going to be doing some things? New economy movement. That one's been around for a hot minute. Damn, look at that. Just actually looks really damn good. Pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate. Nothing too great here. I mean, I guess it is retesting these highs. Doesn't look as cool as like BAT token. I actually really like the BAT. That one's pretty nice. I might buy some BAT token over here. Let's see. Let me pull back up BAT. Not bats, BAT. BAT, let's do it again. Type the same thing. Yeah, I just really like how it's retesting these former breakouts zones. Getting bid. Let's see. You do technically have bearish divergence on the daily, though, from this point to this point. A lot of times you will get 3 of those before they play out, though. So you'll get, like, you know, you got right here from this point, and then you got to this point. And then you'll get one more that's lower and one more divergence, and you'll usually make 3. That doesn't always have to happen, of course, but the market has a weird way of moving in thirds and multiples of 3 in lots of areas. It's kind of crazy. Let's see here. I'm just looking at my other screen, checking something out. Checking it out now. Huh. How do we close the Nasdaq on the day and everything? Kind of just flat. Let's go scroll down and look. Yeah, about where they were, up a couple percent. It's definitely not, man, what was it? RUT was down like 4% at one point yesterday. Brutal. I guess even today it opened up here. Damn, it was down another 4%. Whew. Ouch. You know, one thing that's interesting is if we go over here to the Fangman Tees, what's happening over here in Tesla land? You know, we've been watching this just break down, and this is a shitty chart. This is a really bad chart. Like, let's see the weekly. Yeah, weekly just closed below the 21 exponential. Last time we did that was back over here in Corona. Obviously, we came right out of that just like everything did. And before that, it was just real sloppy for a year or so. Damn, that's kind of crazy. Tesla ranged for freaking almost 2 years before it did anything. That's wild. Before it did this monstrous mega freaking move. But yeah, Tesla, terrible looking chart. Does not look good by any means. Maybe weekly, I guess, is okay because you're still above like this base that it bounced off of around 500-ish. But yeah, I mean, I don't see anything that's saying this isn't bearish yet. Need to do some work on that, bulls. Come on, Elon. You're worried about Dogecoin too much. Gotta pump your shit up, dude. Did Amazon break down at all out of its formation? Oh, look at that. Almost went right to the wick, same wick of last fall, and then got bid up immediately. So, hey, maybe this wasn't the time. Maybe we're not falling out of bed yet. Just a little liquidation break. Google said, F you, bitches. I'm fine. It's kind of flagging on a gap right here, which is a little crazy. Since early February, just posted up here. Easy to trade, though, on the range. 2100, 2000. Hell, can't get more simple than that. Facebook trying to do everything it can to stay on the 200 daily. A lot of pressure on it, though, to be fair. 270. EMA's opening back down. This is a descending triangle pattern for sure. Anything, and they usually break at about 70-80%, which is probably about right here, which is still, to be fair, like a month away. So not a lot of time on that. Just something to kind of watch. I got a little alert below these lows. These candle lows. Because even though the line's up here, they'd probably fake it out. Probably a little fake out. Really want to see price get below here to confirm that pattern. All right, I think that's it. I don't know. There's probably something to talk about, but... Oh, snap. What is that? LBC? Oh, my gosh. Library credits, huh? Library credits. Let's go see. Only on everyone's favorite exchange, Bittrex. Oh, man. Well, we can't get no library credit. We got to have a different one. Maybe we have to look at it on a US dollar pairing. Oh, wait. That's what I just had it on. Derp. Tether. There we go. Tether, we can get a little bit of data. Oh, library credits actually looks okay on this base right here. Very well-defined box going on. Kind of something about like that, roughly. So as long as it's in between there, not much to do. But let's go to daily. Very, very neutral on the oscillators. It is nice that it's consolidating on these previous local highs, though. Anything back below 11, 12 cents, I'd start to get pretty concerned on this one. And anything a close, it needs a body because a lot of these wicks are pretty big. I mean, like this one alone is like 8%. So a body close on the 3 hour over 16 cents probably gets us to, let's use some fib action. Probably gets us to about 17, 18 cents up in here, and then we'll have to reassess. But yeah, almost looks really good. About to have the EMAs all crossing up to the upside in chrono order. That's it. It's just missing that and the DMI being in the power zone. It gets those two things. I mean, it becomes very probable to get up here in the 17 to 19 cent zone right over here. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. Brokers are still killing it. Look at these guys. Bam. Well, not all of them. First Republic isn't, but all these other ones are doing pretty damn good. ICE doing good. Look at CMEs just ripping face off. I mean, even making a super bullish pattern on this on a daily. Kind of had even a little W pattern right here with an immediate breakout. So if we took that, measured move is roughly, right around there. 220. Hell, it's only 4% away. So that's very well in the cards. And the bond broker we were looking at yesterday rallied hard off the lows. Actually, let's go look at bonds real quick. Let's see if they, man, corporate bond. Look at corporate bonds. Look at this shit. Death. What is going on? I still don't understand. I mean, look at these taxable municipal bonds. Look at this. This is supposed to be the super safe stuff. Like, what's happening? So we've been looking at these, kind of eyeballing them this week. Like, why? Like, what? Is perceived risk, like, just that low? Like, I don't know, man. Bond market is usually, it's like the god of markets, pretty much. It's very large. It's where a lot of the smart money's at. But, yeah, I mean, HYG rolling over, junk bonds rolling over. I mean, everything. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just really, really crazy. Speaking of smart money indicator, we haven't looked at Hershey's in a while. Let's go look at Hershey's. Ooh, rallied hard today. Let's go to a weekly. Geez, weekly just super tight up here. In this like is it even $10 range? Yeah, almost like $5-10 range. Still below its trend line though, that it broke out of. Having a hard time actually breaking down from this pattern though. You can see it almost filled it all the way up, which usually doesn't happen. Had a fake breakdown here, immediate rejection, consolidation, rejection, got back in it, and then immediate rejection back out of it. So just more confusion around in the markets. Yeah, I don't really see anything on this except it's just below the trend line. It liked today. It liked the rally in the markets. So, but really, it's got to get back above 153 to really get this most sexy time. All right. All right, let's go wrap up some thoughts. Unless someone has another ticker to look at. Mama Bear, don't you stall out right here, you little bitch. Don't you do it. This weird consolidating pattern that almost every single damn crypto has right now. I mean, it's almost literally the exact same everywhere. Yeah, see, look, we're kind of stalling right where the mama hump is in the 200. Excuse me. So, yeah. Horizontals are the best way. Let's not get back below this swing low, 46 and a half, 47,000, kind of same as yesterday. And really, this daily, we got to see a daily get, I think, above 51.5. Would start to get me a little bit excited for the continuation to the upside. But until we do that, I think it's just more fun sideways action in store. Let's go weekly, because weekly futures are closed now, or they're about to be. Yeah, not really getting much from there. You're still well above the 10 simple on that. So daily looks okay. Just showing more of the same confusion and lack of momentum here. Just kind of just chilling. If we can get DMI on DMI on RSI on price on moving averages, that's real technical. DMI into the power zone above 26 and stay up there for a little bit. None of this bullshit where we go up in it and literally put in this ugly ass rejection candle and then never get above that body again while we lose all the momentum. And you can see too, we're respecting this candle bottom area where we lost the momentum previously. So, yeah, not great, not terrible, just range bound. Vitalik, summon the unicorns. Vitalik's chart looks bearish, to be fair. I know the oscillators are pretty neutral, but just the way this is kind of structured, EMA's opening up. Anything back below 1440, once again, that's just been the level. We've been watching like a hawk. Any closures back below 1440, it's going to get pretty damn ugly for Ethereum. I would not be surprised at all to see 1,000 to 1,200 if that happened. So we won't go sideways forever, guys. That's for sure. Damn it, Bobby. How about the weekly on this? Yeah, I'm just chilling right up on it. Right up on it. Although, I'm all acting like it's super long that we've been going sideways here, but look at this shit. Back in the fall, we literally did a month, like 5-6 weeks of 10% moves, which that's brutal in the crypto market. So we'll just have to see what happens. We need some more time. The edges are not sharp right now for us, and that's across the board too. That's not specific to the crypto sector by any means. Let's see here. What's the orange list? Anything pop on there? The Dutchman. Whoa, MJNA. Hello. Look at that. Look at that. Very nice pop. And I believe MJNA is, yes, it is. They have exposure to the Mexican market more so, from at least the limited research that I've done. And so that's actually that's a pretty good sign there. Maybe we're going to get some follow through with the weed stocks next week. Again, just need a little bit more time because the EMAs do look a little shitty right here, but you do have just the long term, just squeezing it up more, just super squeezing. CGC, bouncing up a little bit, so that's nice. I did scale into that one a little bit, which actually I'm going to go ahead and change it to red. Green. Oh man, I almost bought some of this one yesterday too, but I was like, I need to give it one more day. One more day. Yeah, because it was just sitting right here in these real tight long-term moving averages with all this business to the left. I was like, man, that's not terrible. Plus the mama, but hey, It's all good. Opportunity is infinite. Don't beat yourself up if you miss something. Every trader does that. But yeah, so weed stocks, I do think there'll be really good scale ins if the market doesn't fall out of bed right here, because a lot of them sold off pretty damn good. So, what did I get murdered on today? Oh, H bar is the worst position. I have positions in all these red ones here. Oh, yeah, not too shabby. H bar still looking cool above 14, 15 cent. Not too bad. Pivx, let's go Pivx. Bouncing right off that 21. I like that. Very nice. Pivx is going to start setting up for a real nice safe re-entry once the EMAs open up here a little bit, assuming that we just stay above 120, 122 for the next day or so. It's going to look pretty good. You're going to have all the EMAs pointing up. By that time, too, Mama should be pointing up a little bit. So, not too shabby. Village Farms. Yeah, that one didn't do too good for me. I nibbled on that one a little bit. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, I was looking for platinum stocks, and then I just accidentally stumbled on this REIT and was like, damn, this chart looks pretty damn good. Yeah, it was like back over here like a week or two ago. I was like, oh, shit, it's like, okay, I'll take it. I don't know anything about them, but I'm just a chart trader, though. As long as it has decent volume, market cap over here, I'm looking in the bottom right, is 2 billion. I mean, there's almost a million or 700K volume every day. That's enough to trade. I mean, unless you're some super whale. But, yeah. Don't know. Just still looks good, though. Holding on to that one. This one I got a little bit taken to the shed on. Obviously. Woo! God, I didn't see that this morning. Ouch. Got bid all the way back up, though. Look at that. Tested this consolidation zone, got in there, and got all the way bid back up to the top of this consolidation zone. So that's actually pretty sexy, to be fair. Major, yeah, right around where the point of control is, too. Right on the lower end of it. So that's actually pretty good response off of that. We get back below $39 though, I'll be letting go of this after seeing today's action. MindMed, I think, got kind of monkey hammered today. Yeah, that's probably one of my biggest losers of the week. That's okay though. Been doing good on Volkswagen. I was mentioning to a couple people, they're like, why do you want to buy Volkswagen? I was like, I don't know, the chart looks good. But what about fundamentals and all this other stuff? I'm like, I don't know. I don't read any of that. I used to read some fundamentals and go into all those different forms and other crap, but I don't know. I've kind of come to find out that the fundamentals, like, I know this is not a popular opinion, but fundamentals are kind of just built into the price anyway. Like, you look at the price to measure against fundamentals for valuations and all this other stuff. So I kind of just put them all together, and I'm not smart enough and don't know more than trillions of dollars chasing yield and gains and tendies. So all that's already plotted in the chart as far as I'm concerned. I don't need to waste extra time diving into these long, lengthy ass balance sheets and all this other crap. I don't know. I just found it kind of a waste of time. Hey, to each his own. If it works for you and you make money on it, hey, badass, get it in. But I've just kind of found that the chart will show you that anyway, like so many times in like earnings or other things pre that, it'll be kind of like already in the chart. So, but whatever. Like I said, to each his own. There's a 9 million ways to skin this cat, that's for sure. But yeah, I just had a really awesome pattern right here coming out of it late last year, just grinding it up. Weekly started looking super great. That was actually why I took the trade a few weeks ago, is just because when you start on a weekly time frame, it takes a lot of time for the weekly to get faked out. You're not usually just going to get, corona dumps like this in 1 week where it's just like, oh my God, what the hell is happening to life? But yeah, so nice chart on Volkswagen. Definitely keeping that as a holder. Oh, Bitty Bits. What are you doing, Bitty Bits? Trying, but stalling at the same time. Come on, bitches. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. Why? Damn, oil closed all the way up at them highs. Yes. Let's look at the daily. Right to, yeah, same thing. We got, what, 25 minutes or so to close. Let's go look at the cash settled indexes because they'll already be closed. Ooh, what a close on SPX. Look at that. Super indecision. That's a tight doji. Dojis don't really imply direction either. So, I mean, sometimes people say when it's at the top of the range, it's bearish as hell, like this one or something back here. But it's not. If you go read text on it and back testing, Bukowski stuff, it's very, very neutral. It's like 50-50 shot, pretty much. It just gives you kind of a warning, like, oh, maybe you need to, maybe it's going to stall out here. But as soon as you get kind of any bodies back below or above the wicks, I mean, then it's just completely negated. So funny that the body or the wick and tail on this is literally just all the business from the last month or so. Wow, yay, more range bound, inbound, fun. NDX barely, look at that, barely closing up above the 21. Not very sexy weekly though. You could 3 black crows this, 3 big candles in a row. Man, when was the last time we actually saw 3 in a row with big bodies on them? Kind of back here, a little bit here, but not. The one was kind of a little hammer. Yeah, shit, it's been quite a while. It's been quite a while before we've had 3 big ass negative candles in a row. So, that's kind of ugly, to be fair. Yeah, the daily looks really bad. The daily looks terrible below like 13K right now. Let's go to Rut. The leader of the pack. Yeah, Rut just chilling. Right back above its threshold. Just a little fake out for everybody. Shit. Damn it. Don't be plotting more ranges for us to just watch paint dry. Damn it. Looks like that might be what's in store here. Let's go to the Dow. Oh, shit. Wow, the Dow actually came through like a beast. Look at this. Did not expect that at all on Dow. Wow. Well, shit, Dow actually, this actually is pretty bullish. A little negating this kind of bearish type candle. Again, just stopped right at the 10 simple, though. Below it, right back above it, even engulfed this previous week. Would have been nice if the daily could have came out and engulfed up here past 31,550-ish, but I mean, so what? Still pretty damn good. Yeah, look at that, kind of showing the same thing on the Mama moving average here. Yeah, not too terrible though. That weekly, man, that weekly looks good on the Dow. I didn't expect to see that. Yeah, weekly, very nice on Dow. That's sexy time right there, boys. You got it on futures coming right up to the underbelly of the major supply zone. Yeah, wow, Dow. Get it in, Dow. How about the Dow Transportation? What's it doing for the week? Bullish as hell. Yeah, so that was probably just a little blip in the market. Damn, we might just be going to make new highs next week. Holy moly, dude. Just insanity. Which is probably what everybody wants, especially if you love crypto and stuff and things to go up. You don't want the markets to roll over. And I know. People are like, oh, it's a hedge against the market. No, it's not. It's not a hedge against the market. Here, I'll show you with one chart. I can show you this. Literally with one chart, we can show you. It's not a hedge, okay? You see this? This is correlation, action, okay? Let me slide these over or down so you can just see them better. Okay, S&P. You do about a weekly. I like to do weekly on the for correlations on this. Even if you do monthly though, whatever. Monthly, look at this. It's positively correlated only for like almost a year. Like 6 months was it inversely correlated. But I mean, look at this. It's been massive correlation since coronavirus crash. Just like almost 1-to-1, guys. I mean, this is what is this? 0.88. It's almost pegged at 0.88. And it was even 0.93 recently for Nasdaq. So don't let people tell you that. That's bullcrap. All right, it's not hedging. It might be hedging against your dollar. That could be true because you can see here you're negative. So that is definitely more true, for sure. So that we can agree with, but not against the markets though, guys. No. Even on the monthly, look at this. Is it above the zero line? 80% of the time? Yes, it sure as hell is. Just like the opposite on dollar. So we can say it's inversely correlated as a hedge to the dollar. I'm down with that, but not with this. It's going to hedge you against downside in the market. No. Most things actually don't hedge in big downside moves. When big bear markets come in, almost everything becomes correlated and sells off with it. Gold included. I mean, y'all know that probably if you remember the CV crash. If we go back over here, whoop, you can see here it was not immune to it at all. Dropped 15%. So did Bitcoin. So everything usually becomes correlated in a down market. The one thing that usually is your best bets to be in is something everyone loves right now, which is the dollar. Man, look at this weekly dollar close. This is beast mode. It's about to close above the 21 EMA. That hasn't happened since last summer. Actually, the beginning of last year. So dollar might actually be breaking out of its basing pattern. Very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, anyway, back to my point. Dollar and bonds are generally where you want to be when the market is dumping really hard. You can see bonds have not been doing good when the market's been rallying hard. If we go over here when the market dumped really hard, Corona crash, bonds exploded. This is a gigantic move too, by the way, in bonds. But yeah, so it doesn't always happen that way. But cash and just being straight short are really the only ways to kind of protect yourself in big downturns for the most part. All right. But now, all right, guys, I'm going to be signing off here, wrapping my final thoughts, my final thoughts. And then it's like the third time they were going to be final, but whatever. Bitcoin, same thing, stalling, range bound. It needs to get over that 51.5 area. I mean, we had this one close above it by, what is that? By $100, $200. And then immediately got rejected on the next candle. So that kind of sucked. But maybe we're coming back up to test it one more again. And if we do get another close above there, I do think this will probably at least get to the 55,000 area. And then any daily closures above like 52,000 probably gets us to new all-time highs on a daily closure. Conversely, though, same thing. Anything back below that 47,000 area on a few candle closes, not going to be sexy at all. Especially a daily if it closes below 46.5. I would start to look for some pretty significant downside, at least to the bottom end of this range that we've been in at 43-ish, where we bounced beautifully off of. And now the 377 is also right below it. So the Ethereum, kind of same boat, needs to get back above that 1620, 1650 area. It actually doesn't have as good of a looking chart, to be fair. The daily, though, is finally losing some momentum on the DMI, which we have not seen it lose momentum since back here on the 22nd. So that might be something. Might be something for the bulls to hang their hats on. Again, 1440, same thing. It's literally been 1440 since like all the way over here. That's just been the level. That's very important. And equities, we kind of just went over with how they looked. So the Dow looked really good, really awesome close on the Dow, and the Dow Jones Transportation Index also closed very strong, and so that's pretty nice. So I don't really have any issues with that. We just need a little bit more data. The best thing is ES doing this follow through, but again, look at these candles like we talked about earlier. You did get the 3 black crows here, and then said, nope, just kidding. We're going up for now. Mega resistance at 38.60, 38.70. We get over that, probably make some new highs, because then that'll start making, killing the lower highs action. Let's go to 3 hour real quick. Yeah, we're still making lower highs, lower lows, so we're still technically in a downtrend up to a daily time frame on that. So bulls still got work to do over here as well. We just need more data instead of the stupid range and shit. So we should get that, and probably get resolution next week. I would think definitely this month that we'll get some resolution on these patterns here. We got quad witching at the end of this month too, so that's a big reset kind of day, rotation day for markets. Awesome, guys. Thanks, dude. Hey, you have an awesome weekend too, Mr. Scott. Much appreciate you tuning in. I'm gonna go make some pizzas here. Go get my kid. Slang that dough, baby. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful, awesome, super beautiful weekend. We'll see y'all tomorrow for just crypto only analysis, since it is Saturday. And until then, happy trading. Much love. Peace.